a moderately sherried, smoky Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, $60 to $80 in the United States. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Welcome to another episode of Erik Wait Whiskey Studies, and in this video I'm going to do a review of the Kilchoman Sanaig Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. Now the whiskey is named after an inlet off of the coast of Islay. But before I get into this whiskey, here are my notes. Kilchoman Sanaig Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. It was aged in ex-sherry cask for the majority and ex-bourbon cask for the minority. It has a non-age statement. It is bottled at 46% alcohol by volume. It is non-chill filtered, has natural color, and the prices range anywhere between $60 and $80 here in the United States. Alrighty, so color-wise, this is unchill filtered, of course, as you saw in the notes. It has sort of a golden copper color. There's medium intense aromas of. The smoke is there, but it's really intertwined with the fruit characteristics. The fruit characteristics are your dried black fruits, fig, dates, raisins. But there's a real nice chocolate lay there as well. But it's more like a milk chocolate and raisins. So it reminds me of like a chocolate raisinette. You go to the movie theater. Some people have popcorn, some people have goobers, which are chocolate-covered peanuts. Maybe some people have the red licorice. I always liked the raisinettes. And that's sort of what I'm getting here. It reminds me of maybe even raisinettes smoking a cigar. There's also some real nice vanilla, some nice confectionery notes, a little bit of spice. The smoke and the peat is really interwoven with all the other aromas really well. All right, on the palate. One more. So in addition to the dried black fruits, I actually get some fresh fruits, black fruits, plums, of course there's prunes. It is a little bit grapey, almost like a red wine. But then the smoke kicks in and the chocolate is really intertwined with all that. Almost reminds me a little bit of like a port wine. In fact, if I was tasting this blind, I might think it was actually aged in a port cask rather than a bourbon and sherry cask. That's a nice development. It's not overly complex. For the most part, what you get up front, in the middle, and the back is pretty much the same. But it's got a nice weight and nice viscosity to it. It's not thin. It has some nice mouth coating feel to it. And it's got a moderate length finish. It's a little bit sweet, but it's got no real bite at all. And it finishes with that chocolate-covered cherry note with just a little bit of smoke and peat. Now, they have another bottle called the Loch Gorm, which I'll be reviewing soon. And that one is a lot more of a beast. So, if you're looking for a whiskey that has the sweeter notes, that has those sort of nice black fruit notes, the smoke and the peat, I would say, if someone's new to peat, it's not overwhelming because it's so intertwined and interwoven with the whiskey so well, which is the way I really like it. It's a really nice dram. Now, $60 to $80, is it worth it? We tend to, I think, adjust our sense of value for whiskey based on what the average prices are going for other whiskeys. So, a lot of whiskeys were probably $40 or under years ago. We're now seeing $60, $80, and $100 plus. And what happens is eventually, when the entire market continues to rise, we sort of adjust our sense of value and what is worth it, and then consequently, we think it's something that maybe 5 years ago we would have thought was insanely expensive. We now think is a pretty good deal, right? So I think a lot of us, including myself, are sort of acclimated to the new higher prices of whiskeys, particularly since the tariffs have kicked in. So quality price ratio, if you've been drinking whiskeys for 10 plus years, I could hear you screaming and yelling right now. It's insane, it's insane. These are too damn expensive. So what I'm going to rate this is, according to the current prices out there for whiskeys right now and comparing this with those, I would say this has a really good quality price ratio. One, it's under 70 bucks. Well, I paid 65, so it's under $100. It has a nice development. It has a good length of finish. It's moderately complex. I like the feel, the mouthfeel to it. And so it's a really nice qualities to it. Score-wise, I'm going to give it a solid 89 points. Solid 89 points. What would I want to get it over 90? Maybe a little bit more complex, a little bit more in depth and flavor, and perhaps a little bit more oomph, which will probably require a little higher ABV. Although, wait till you see the Loch Gorm and compare the Loch Gorm with the Sanaig. I don't want to I don't want any spoilers here, but check out the Loch Gorm video, which will be coming up. Loch Gorm video, which will be coming out soon, and compare it with this one. I think that one's got a much bigger bang for the buck, but it's also potentially $30 more. So anyway, I'll cover more of that in that video. So would I recommend this at it? So you can get it for $60 to $70. I would say yes. I would say yes. Over $80, getting close to $100, I'm gonna say no. So is it worth what I paid for it? 65 bucks? Absolutely. All right. So that's it for this review. If you subscribe to this channel, I want to thank you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed, but you like watching my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I go live or post a new video. And if you're one of my Patreons, I want to thank you very much. All right, until next time, cheers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and check out these other whiskey videos.